Hi everyone, this is Shalindu and Samar. We welcome you to this webinar today, where we are going to be talking about designing business critical application with no code platform. And just to introduce ourselves, my name is Shalindu, and I have been working on integrating various applications. Like it's been like a lot of companies now that I have helped integrate their digital core with the other application that they have in the ecosystem. I like to blog about technology topics, and you can find me on several such platforms. Um, on the personal side, I like to follow soccer, especially the Spanish league. La Liga is my favorite, as I told you. Summer, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Shamarendra. People call me Sam. I'm a BP at APPSeCONNECT and I lead the product innovation at APPSeCONNECT. Yeah, Shalendu. So let's move with the slides. Yeah.
Thanks so much for that.
Yeah.
So before we go into the topic, let me just first set the context. So this webinar is more useful for CXOs or anyone who is actually looking at evaluating building an integration. It could be technical architects or companies which are doing system integration projects or integration specialists. And the objective of this presentation is to show how a low-code iPaaS platform can, add value, not in terms of only adding the pace to the project, but also adding depth. So, in fact, I and Summer are taking the challenge in this webinar to integrate three applications or build a three-way integration between Shopify, Salesforce, and MS Teams, all within 15 minutes. Okay. So yeah. So just as an overview or a comparison rather between iPaaS platform and custom integration. So what basically we have is that if you look at custom integration versus iPaaS, uh, you would want to deliver like reliable solutions, time-tested solutions, right? And it's very difficult to do that with a custom integration because you're building it from scratch, right? And also because you're building it from scratch, you need to have a lot of code going into developing this kind of integration. Whereas for if you take for example AppSeConnect, you have a visual editor where you can just drag and drop things and things get developed automatically. And I see that Summer will be sharing a screen shortly where we develop such integration. It will be very easy for you to compare what is the value add that an iPaaS platform can do for you. Not only from a technical point of view, but also from business perspective, things are moving very fast in business world today. Companies wish to go online pretty quick, right? If you look at Shopify story, right, where they say that you can get started, like within 2 or 3 weeks, right? So that is the kind of value proposition that today's customers are looking at having. So they want very quick launches, they want very fast time to market. Also, not only from customers, but also from SI's perspective, it's very difficult to have, developers who have deep expertise in like tens of platforms, right? So having a no code or low code iPaaS platform can compensate for, the depth of technical skill that you are needing to have. Even if you have a moderately skilled person, you would be able to develop integration using iPaaS platform. So these are basically the broad level, comparison between the two approaches. And this is, what the world leaders are saying about no code platform. Given the recent pandemic, and also, the gradual adoption of, no code platform, within next 3 or 5 years, we expect that, is going to significantly increase its footprint in across global customers. So having given the context, I think I'll probably hand it over to Summer. So Summer, over to you, and all the best for 15-minute
Yeah,
challenge. Yeah.
yeah. Thank
So
you, Shalendu. Let me quickly share my screen. So please confirm you are able to see my screen.
yeah, Summer.
Okay. So let me start creating on process flow. So initially I need to put an name.
So Summer,
Okay.
what you are going to be building is like Shopify
So
orders getting pulled into. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So Shopify order, once the new Shopify order is created, so we will take that one from the Shopify, and then we basically create one, sorry, um, create order as first we'll search the order from Shopify, then we'll create the same order to Salesforce,
Mhm.
and we'll also create the accounts over there, and then we also notify the same thing in the teams, so that like sales rep and other sales guy know that like there is an order in the Shopify, so that they can take an action on that.
Got it. Got it. So basically, new Shopify orders going into Salesforce for nurturing,
Yes,
accounts and orders getting created in Salesforce, as well as a notification going out on MS Teams to the fulfillment team, and they could take action.
exactly. So let me put some configure filter configuration so that we'll get the correct data. There are three type of basically filtration we have. So one is the action filter, retry filter, and runtime filter. So let me quickly take a splitter. So we basically collect a list of order from Shopify. So we'll split those order so that we can push that one in the properly in the our Salesforce, because Salesforce took one by one, and where we'll get the list of order in our from Shopify. Yeah. So let me take Salesforce here. Now I quickly map the fields so that there should be an accounts basically.
Right.
So yeah, I'm going to set it up as an. Let me quickly add some mapping. So you can write, or you can select different waves we have to mapping. So it's very flexible basically. So if anyone know the fields, they can directly type down and they can easily map those fields.
Right.
Yeah. Let me set the CT. Sorry, straight. Yes. Need to this one. You need to make a CT clearly writing here.
And in meanwhile, that Samar is doing the mapping, just to let audience know, we have opened the lines for questions. So if there are any questions, we can take them up once we are done with the demonstration.
Yeah. And we set some like, so if you see, you can, I'm typing here, but you can select from here also. Okay. Now I need to set the URL where you need to post the data, Shopify. And so I'll create one variable here because I want to use those variable in the other nodes. So we'll get the order, and that order value we are going to use in the different nodes. Okay. And this is done. So we done the mapping. Now let me add another Salesforce node to create order.
Right.
Mhm.
And you are going to be using that variable which you set in the previous node here as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
So once you get the data, you can same data you can use for multiple purposes in the process flows. Let me quickly add one mapper here so that we can.
And because you're using the
So
same variable, Summer, you're not calling Salesforce again and Shopify again and again. You're getting input one
exactly.
time. Yeah, right.
So I'm taking the result like a output of the first node and going to set that one in the second node. And same time, the variable is stored, the data is stored in the variable. We are going to use the same value to create an order.
Perfect.
So we are targeting here on the some of the fields, mandatory fields, but you can map as per your business need or data you want to like store in the Salesforce or collecting from the Shopify.
And I see here that some other not only field mapping, you can have detailed logic,
Exactly.
functions, and few more advanced kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of functions and variables, mapping variables, process flow variables. There are the generic variables, some of the you can use,
Right.
and you can write different kind of logics here.
Right.
Okay. And you can runtime like create any attribute you need. Like if it is not default attributes, then you can like any generic attribute, like custom attribute you have, you can quickly add that one and do the mapping also over there. So I created one attribute here, which is mandatory for me as
Mhm.
per my environment. So I need to put that one. Yes, this is done. So my Salesforce accounts and order is created. Now I need to send notification to Teams.
Right.
So I'm taking a note for Teams. Okay. So send notification first. Then I'll send with the adaptive card and send adaptive card group channel. Select credential and configure the filter here where I want to send the. So I need to put the group, which group I want to send. So I'm taking as learning here, and I need to add channel general. You can build as per your requirement. Yeah. So my team setting is done. Now I need to put an mapper here so that transform the Salesforce data and send notification to Teams. Okay. So let me quickly map this one. Okay, I need to save once. Again, I'll take the output of the previous node.
Mhm.
So I need to get it from result. And I need to set the type of the adaptive card as message. Then I need to set the content type as adaptive card. Then I need to create and yes, I need to create an attribute here called version. Let me set the version as 1.4, I think. Yeah, 1.4. Yes. So, yes, I have done that. Yeah. Now I need to set the some type of the body as adaptive card. Content type is a adaptive card and body. Let me set the body now. Those are the styling configuration of a adaptive card.
Mhm.
Uh, you can set as per your need how you want to show that to the teams basically.
For someone who's doing probably for the first time, it might be a little overwhelming, but yeah, I think once you learn the mapping one time, I think it's pretty easy.
Yes. So Microsoft provides the adaptive card design tool. So you
Right.
can get it the context over there, like all the what are the fields and what the value you need to send.
Right.
So it's pretty easy and select from there also. Let me set the text and yeah. So there is a like some text is a static and some on the dynamic from the data envelope we have. Okay. Now I need to set another field called action set. Okay. So let me this one. Yeah. So because we want to give a button over there, and from that button anyone can click and go directly to the Salesforce order.
Got it.
Okay. Action type um, yes, done. Now I just need to put an end node here and save it. Yeah. So it's almost design is done. Everything is done. Now we need to deploy and check like how it will work and how it will send the data, take the data from Shopify and do the activity to send data to the Salesforce, add an account to the Salesforce, add an order in the Salesforce, then send notification to Teams.
Right.
Yeah. So let me quickly deploy that one.
So this is getting deployed to an agent which is installed on one of the servers. So
Yeah.
the cloud has the integration logic as Summer already designed, and this is getting deployed to the agent.
So let me set the credential. Yeah, so you have the sync process. You can set it automatically. So if you automate, then you need to set the frequency, like when it will going to be execute, like every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or maybe uh, in a day once, something like that. For now, we are going to use the manual sync. So we are not going to enable the automated process. So let me finish this one. So it will download all the configuration to the agent and deploy the process. Yeah. So you see deployment is done successfully. So let me go ahead and create an order in Sales Shopify first.
Mm-hmm.
So let me quickly create an order. And I need to create an account also.
We're creating the order and offline order,
Yeah,
not with
yeah,
credit card,
offline order.
and yeah, and then
Yes.
so this is a Shopify order. Yeah,
Yes. We received the notification in Teams here,
perfect.
right? So everything is done. Like all the process already executed, and it sent their notification to the teams, like one order is created
Right.
at Shopify. Yeah. Same time, let us check in the Shopify Salesforce. So yeah, this account is created here, and let us check the order once. So go through all orders. Yeah, this order is done. Created
Perfect.
here. Yes. So yeah, Shailendra, hand it over to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for that quick demonstration. We have few questions come in, Summer. So let's take them up. So the first question is, you mentioned that the technology upgrade changes can impact ROI for project. How does iPaaS solution take care of the same? So yes, so what I was just trying to refer to is like if you have like various or you're integrating various platforms with your custom application. Let's say we take care of Salesforce. Okay. So Salesforce releases the API versions, every quarter or every 6 months. Now, if you're developing a custom application, you will have to change the code to make it compatible with the new release of Salesforce. So using iPaaS platform, like typically we keep all the adapters up to date. So you do not need to reinvest your time and energy in upgrading those uh, code. So as long as you're upgrading or using the latest version of the agent, everything gets downloaded there. The second question, Summer, I'd probably leave it to
Yeah.
you. So
Okay.
the question is, we are an ERP implementation company. How long will it take our developers to get accustomed to various features of your tool like Shopify integration?
Okay. So I believe we have a 3 days self-learning certification course, and it's like a hand-on experience course over there. So which basically given a developer the basic knowledge to start with the application, and they can pretty do the simple mapping and all those stuff and do the simple integration. As per our previous experience, it will take near about 2 to 3 months. Within 2 to 3 months, one developer basically get expert, and they not only deploy the pre-configured things using the platform, they also do pretty advanced mapping and business process automation also. Yeah,
Perfect. So 1 week to for somebody to get started with the usual stuff, and 2 to 3 months to get it to expert level, right?
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Great. The third question is, which are the more popular integration that you come across? So I think Salesforce and SAP, they are the another popular integration, but we see considerable number of integration on WooCommerce, Shopify, Magento, Adobe Commerce. I think with the recent pandemic, summer, I think we saw a lot of increase in Amazon and marketplace integration as well, right?
Yes, yes, Shalendra.
Right, right.
Mostly,
So those
mostly
are
on the Amazon. Yeah,
mostly on the Amazon and eBay, right, right.
yeah.
So I think these are the popular integration that we usually come across. The next question is, Summer, like probably is up to you to answer this one, I guess. How long will it take to integrate solutions like SAP and Salesforce using your platform?
Okay. So in FC Connect, basically we have a lot of standard packages ready, available with the Salesforce, SAP, and Microsoft Dynamics, or other application also with a renowned e-commerce and the CRM platforms. So that predefined basically packages give an easy deployment. So if someone can take the package and they can like deploy it and configure, just set the credential information and all those stuffs, and it will go to go. And but normally what happened, like a lot of cases we have seen, like they have their custom processes. So they can take the package and do some modification, and then they can deploy that one. It will take near about framing the process, business process, and understanding the business process, discovery process. It will near about take the 2 to 3 weeks to understand that one, and depending on the understanding, they can configure that and deploy that. So normally it will take 2 to 3 weeks to understand the discovery things. Yeah, Shalendu.
Right, right. So primarily, like if a company, wants to use a pre-packaged solution, which consists of like several workflows, like so the one that we have on screen is like a process flow. So our package consists of, let's say, 10 to 15 such process flow for SAP and Salesforce integration. So if they meet the need of the customer, I think it's going to be pretty quick. But then usually customers have their own unique business processes. So maybe it's going to take a little while longer to understand and deploy their custom scenarios. So I think Summer, I think we that's all time that we had today for this. I think there are a few more questions coming up, but probably we'll just park it for now and we'll
Yeah,
take it offline. I
sure, Shalendu.
thank everyone on behalf of myself and Summer, for joining in today. And in case you have signed up and you didn't get to attend the webinar, you can always refer to the recorded session and feel free to comment, ask any questions that you might have. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Samar, as well.
Yeah, thank you.